heaven from an angle of light.
Yeah, I just went far now.
Spent a lot of time in my life doing a lot of things. This right here, worth it. First time journaling here on the farm was so peaceful. Very unique experience. I bought a book to read and I found myself writing. Here is a coyote I'm staring at, whistling away through the strawberries. How beautiful is that? Expression versus showing, and then proving versus expressing. I'll be as direct and as neutral as I can be in this video. Proving versus expressing. Okay. Having done the self-discovery journey, having had found myself on the self-discovery journey, and having found happiness, and also finding that happiness is the journey and that the journey wasn't some pathway to being happy. This is what creating and being an entrepreneur, a content creator, a role model, this is what it's about. What I've noticed in my time off of social media is people who haven't done the loving the self part first are doing their best to prove their existence to others. They're doing what they can to let other people know where they are. The confidence I have as a person is a reflection of how I view the world around me. I'm confident in the decisions I make and the people I communicate with and how I carry myself. But I do it with the intention of love for the purpose that other people deserve to be treated the way I treat myself, which is ultimately at a relatively favorable, feel-good quality. The quality feels good when I treat myself that way, and when people, I know that people feel good the way when I treat them. It's objective. But see, now we also have to notice there's a group of people who are doing the content, they're doing the friendship, they're doing the relationship, they're doing the creating as a means to get themselves pleasure or fulfillment, money. when you find out how exponential and forever the whole energy thing is, and you find out that this is like, you have this life right now, right? I have this life right now. You find out, some of us find out, most of us are going to find out, that the love is forever. So regardless of whatever physical circumstances may exist in your life, you can always feel good about whatever it is that is going on. That's an objective statement. The subjective part that people read into that statement has to do with doubt or an insecurity or trauma. Just in the same way that doubt, insecurity, and trauma often want to be recognized. They want to be justified. They want to be heard. They want to be fed as opposed to being remedied or renegotiated. And this is also having to do with the confidence of, it's irrelevant to me what I prove to people, but what is in my favor, what is in my control, is the expression I have, is the ability for me to create what I would want to see. So if you find yourself sitting there saying, I want to express myself, I want to create something that is unique to me, I want, see how many times I've said want? The confidence that I've learned, that, you know, the very authentic, super one-of-a-kind travel vloggers, influencers, creators, the people that are there in their mind and that they're not out of their mind or insane, they recognize what they love to see. They recognize that at one point they may even had the conversation within themselves. Oh my gosh, I find myself doom scrolling. It must be because nothing on YouTube is interesting me. Oh wait, you know, I can actually make content. How about I go make the content that I would want to watch? Let me post it. Let me express myself the way that I would want to view, or if I'm on my homepage, I would want to see. You see how different that is compared to like, oh, you know what? I see that I could go do X, Y, and Z type of video, and that it's popular and using this dance or this trend. You see that? The reality is that there's nothing in between me and a smile. There is no vice. There is no amount of payment. There's nothing in between me and a smile. But then for the people that depend on a figure or a salary to be like a giant dam for money and satisfaction and relevance in the world, I know that there's people out there like that. And those people they're living the manifest destiny dream of like get rich or go broke kind of a life, when the reality is that everyone has always been rich. And the reality is that the only way that anyone is broken is because you see yourself that way. The reality is beyond everyone being whole and complete, full of potential and, as Brian Withers would call it, infinite expansion and abundance, they decide to paint a picture that has nothing to do with them. And that's the reality. All of this is to say that from what I've learned, what I'll tell my children, what I would say thank you for when I'm in a room talking to the 15-year-old version of myself, is thank you for understanding yourself. Thank you for being reasonable with yourself. Thank you for always taking a breath. Thank you for always giving yourself another try, another chance. And thank you for figuring out that wanting is not the same as having. That's if you're 20 years old and you're listening to this conversation right now, understand one thing. The state of wanting something is nowhere near the same as having something. Wanting something is the perpetual state of like, oh, when this happens, I'll change my life. Or wanting something is the state of being like, oh, that's so out of my reach, unattainable, but when I have it, I'll change. Or that thing, oh my gosh, I want that thing, it's gonna mean everything to me. When you're in the state of having something, of embodying it, it's... Brian Withers does a really good job of this. However, that system he was able to aggregate came to him, wow. Because the reality is when you feel good, everything is magnetized to you. It's just plain and simple. It really is more about understanding that the thoughts that are associated with the attainment, the receiving, that's what feels good. And because you feel good now, you already have it. Because as you continue to allow yourself to feel good, you'll continue to allow yourself to have that opportunity to continuously receive those things that always feel good. Take care. All the best. This will be some words on taking one's power back. The reality is, why would you ever spend, use, or think about being negative, having a negative thought, putting someone down, when you could very easily put good energy into yourself? That's taking your power back. That's just part of it. And I'm learning that I owe no one anything. I regret nothing. I'm learning that my power is an inside job and it's a choice. Where this goes, for right now, what it means is honesty, trust, identifying with the self. Where I go from here, I'm on chapter 2 or 3 or something like that of The Book of Life by Brian Withers. What I can say is that who I am today deserves to read that book. And who I'll be 5 months from now is a choice that had nothing to do with the book. It had everything to do with curiosity, action, intention, and good feeling without energy. Because again, there's nothing between me and a smile. Take care. All the best.